Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to our first Training Tuesday in a while. As I mentioned, I guess a couple months ago now, I was going on a bit of a marketing hiatus as I was, working on everything and had COVID and childcare and house hunting and all these fun things on my plate. But I am back for our first live recorded Training Tuesday in a minute. And I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to be sharing with you a fun topic inspired by our move. So, cat's out of the bag, very exciting. We are in a new home. John, Rory, and I had been house hunting for quite some time. The Denver market here is no joke. And, it had been a long, arduous process, but here we are. We are in our new house. We moved in at the beginning of May, and I'm so excited to be popping on from here. Our office is in the midst of getting redecorated and painted in the coming weeks, so bear with us as we get that all updated. But I'm so happy to be back live. And because I'm here, I wanted to talk about a lesson inspired by this, because we found our house in a very interesting way, and I actually think it's a really great little example of how this kind of stuff works. So, John and I had been house hunting for quite some time, and finally, we decided, based on a great idea by my sister, and we spoke with our agent about it, we made the most desperate little flyers to go put on people's doorsteps on the streets we wanted to live on, because we were looking in a very specific part of Denver based on the school and proximity to restaurants and noise and all of these fun things. And so we had an area that we were looking for that was quite particular. And so we made these little flyers that said, hey, we want to be your neighbor. We're really excited about this school, yada, yada. Please let us know if you or anyone you know are looking to sell. And this is one of those things that as we were going to put out the flyers, I was kind of a little nervous and embarrassed and kind of like, oh my gosh, this is so incredibly desperate. I can't believe we're doing this. But you know what? It worked. We put out probably 80 little flyers, and our agent, Chelsea, who I'll be sure to tag here, she's wonderful. She was our agent here in Denver. And, we consulted with her on how to pull this together and make it appealing for people. And of the 80-something flyers that we put out, a couple of people reached out to us, one family in particular, offered for us to come see their house before they put it on the market, and a love connection was made. It ended up being a great fit for us, and we were able to purchase our home without it ever going on the market, which, if anyone here is in real estate or in the Denver world of real estate, that's a big feat. It's a pretty exciting thing. So long story short, it really came together for us, but I actually think that this is such a good example that we can all use in all areas of our life. So house hunting, yes, but also this is something that I think applies to careers and the idea of asking for what you want, right? Because when you go and you make the ask, it feels kind of uncomfortable. I remember, walking up to put those flyers and being like, oh, I hope these people aren't creeped out by us. Same kind of thing is that same feeling that you have, right? If you are about to walk into a room and ask your boss for the promotion, or you're about to ask to get put on this project that you're really hoping for, or et cetera, many other things. And so I think this is such a good reminder that worst case scenario, we ask and nothing happens, but best case scenario, something wonderful comes together, and it only does it because you put yourself out there and because you asked. And I know that was our experience with our house hunt this last year, but I think this is also probably relatable for a lot of you who are debating making that ask in your career, or having to do with work, or changing teams, or whatever it is. It's always scarier to make the ask, but once you rip the Band-Aid, only good can come of it, or nothing. And that's kind of the worst. So that is my lesson for you today. I want you to think a little bit about if there's an ask you're on the cusp and needing to make, and maybe you just need a little push to put yourself out there. So that is my encouragement for you this week. That is my training tip for you. I'm so happy to be back doing these live for you once a month. And in the meantime, happy working. Best of luck to all of you making those big asks. Have a good one.